team was a key to tonight's win. Certainly, obviously, all the block shots at the rim. KJ Book and even Landry had a couple, maybe, or felt like he had a couple there. Was a big part of us being able to defend them. And then I thought we did a good job on C.J. Harris, who's a tremendously talented offensive scorer. I thought our guys really locked in on some scouting situations with him, and offensively pretty good. Opportunistic, I thought. Got the ball again to good places. Good to have Jordan back making some threes to supplement the outside game, and Book got some touches and drew some fouls and scored enough to be a major factor.
Question. Coach, it seemed like KJ was more aggressive offensively tonight, too.
I think there were just more transition opportunities. When the game is in transition, he's a better player. And because of the blocks and because they had so many misses with a low field goal percentage, it leads to more transition, which gets him, out on the break and got him a few shots and gets him a dunk. And, that's where he's at his best, certainly is in transition. And, again, as I've said, from the beginning of the year, what we got to do with him is we have to work to get him to become a better half-court basketball player. As games grind into the half-court, if there are times he has a harder time creating his own shots and finding his shots in offense.
How about your defensive intensity tonight?
I thought it was really good. Thought we had a good game plan coming into the game. I thought we had, good preparation. I thought our guys were really good in practice the last 2 days, attentive. And, you do a good job on C.J. Harris, it makes a big difference. And, even Mackay, we did a reasonably good job. He got a couple inside off some rebounding. Obviously, with all the blocks, there's going to be some offensive rebounds, and we gave up some offensive rebounds where we're probably trying to block shots instead of just blocking out. But obviously, you got to be impressed with our field goal percentage defense and stopping their top scorers.
What was the objective with Harris?
Just to make it hard for him. I mean, you're not going to, slow him down on some ball screens. Stay a little longer if you needed to on him. Understand where he is and find him in transition. Make sure we slow down there. You saw them score twice in the second half where they got it out quick, and our guys had a little bit of a lead and kind of felt a little good about themselves. We didn't hustle back quite as much, and they scored quickly. But really, for 35 of the 40 minutes, we probably had very good transition defense, and didn't let them get into the open court and get some of the easy ones that they're normally getting.
Brad, how much of the defensive effort showing the second half against Virginia maybe carried over here or gave you guys a basis to say, hey, look what can happen if, when we do.
Well, I think, if you follow our team, most of the 3 years that I've been here, we've done a good job on the defensive end most games. I mean, we're not obviously great every game like every team, but it's, it's the personality of our team. It's the personality of one of our program. Toughness and tough-mindedness and attention to detail and, not being happy when teams score. And so we obviously pay a lot of attention to that. And we sub to that, and we take guys out with mistakes, and we recruit to that some. And our players know that's what, where our bread is buttered, to say. And when we do that, we have chances to beat, good teams. And when we don't, we're going to struggle. And so that's, again, this was a good win, good 2 wins really because of that, because of they were wins in the personality of our team. So you like to see that moving forward.
You mentioned earlier how with them being young, sometimes you solve something and then it's a problem again. But then 2 games in a row, it seems like they kind of found their voice, both offensively and defensively. Can you kind of just sort of see the guys maybe getting a little bit of a grip?
A little bit. I think, when you win the way you want to win, it's just good that your guys know that that's what you're trying to do, and you gain an identity and you gain confidence out of that way. But it's not easy to do that, obviously, and we'll have an unbelievable challenge of trying to be good defensively against NC State, who's got 5. They might have 6 scorers on their team. Most teams have 3, some teams have 4, very few have 5. Those guys have scores at every position. And so it just stresses you so much more. Every mistake is magnified, and But certainly, I think it gives us some confidence going in there playing well.
Does the transition explain the assisted turnovers that you think?
I think it helped certainly with some assists. We got some assists in transition.
But usually you have better numbers on that.
Yeah, a little bit maybe, but, in the turnovers, there were some times when we were probably trying to milk the clock a little bit and, put our guys in a little bit of a difficult spot. I'll take the blame for Rod on a couple of those maybe where we should just let him go make plays, and he's probably trying to hold it a little bit too long, and he probably played, 4 or 5 too many minutes and got a little tired and got a little careless. I didn't really feel like our turnovers were a problem in the game. And I don't know, I thought our numbers were reasonably good. I mean, you'd like to see a couple more assists, but some.
Just Filer and Roper going 7 for 11.
Yeah, that's important when those guys make shots. I mean, when Jordan's making threes, it opens some things up, and it just makes everything look better. I mean, when a guy is aggressively shooting the shot, everything looks a little bit easier, and we needed that. We need him. We need here DeMarcus or somebody else to supplement. KJ's going to make one every once in a while. He's going to make one. Obviously, Milt, kind of had a tough game today. It was foul trouble and then getting poked in the eye, and it was really unfortunate that he couldn't get a better rhythm. He had no rhythm in the game really, and I felt bad for him for that.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks, guys.